Hello everyone, Xerofobus here. So today we're going to be reviewing future star Joelinton. Okay, so this card is actually quite interesting. He got a massive increase on his, I think his card is a 69 silver. It's a massive increase. So overall we expect him to have decent pace, good shooting, okay passing at 73. Like, it's better than, let's say, a Cardi. I use a Cardi and I think he's in the 60. I think he's like 62 passing. Very good dribbling as well at 85 and 84 physical, so he's an absolute tank. Okay, so just for this card, for how cheap it is, there's going to be no cheaper alternatives because it's only like 40 or 50k, and I don't think you're going to get a player with his stats for cheaper, so there's no cheaper alternative today. Okay, so just looking at his stats seem like, for an 86 rated player that only costs like 40k, his stats seem really good. Now, there are areas where you would want to improve. Like, I know a lot of people will be saying, like, well, he only has 66 curve, and, you know, his long passing is only 71, and he only has 77 stamina, and so on and so forth. But overall, for an 86 rated card that costs 40k, he looks pretty decent. Now, the traits and specialities, for some reason, Footwiz always take quite a while to kick in. So I know he has poacher and strength for specialities. I can't remember the others off the top of my head, but he definitely has more than one trait. So what I've done today is I put a engine chemistry style on. I just want to increase his passing, to increase his long passing, increase his dribbling, which is already quite high for someone that's 6'1", and just increase his pace a little bit. Now, just to note as well, his composure is kind of low at 77, but we'll see how that fares out in the clips. Okay, so this is the team that I use now. Alan went off for 88, player of the month, Royce, and Joelinton just stayed at striker. There was no major changes in information. He just sticked in a 4-2-3-1. I used him as a 2 and he worked well there, but I preferred him more as a 1 striker. Okay, so just getting into the clips. For how cheap this lad is, he's fucking class. He's so good. I was really surprised at his passing. That was the one thing that kind of made me go, whoa, Jesus. His passing for being 73, now I know I gave it an increase, but his link-up play was absolutely excellent. The only real standout negative, and this is really nitpicking, is sometimes when he touches the ball and he gets going, he just feels a little bit heavy, but once he gets going, he's grand. His dribbling for how tall he is as well is fucking class. It's absolutely class. His finishing is very good as well. His left foot sometimes can feel a little bit dodgy. I think there's one clip where I shoot on his left foot and it kind of like p-rolls into the net, but it's decent. He scored quite a few goals on his left foot, but overall, like, for 40k, he's fucking class. He is actually so good. He's enough pace. He can finish. He can dribble. He can pass. He can link up the play. He's grand, and he gets an 8.5 in the weighted average, lads. For how cheap he is, really good. Okay, so just going through the stats anyway. So pace, 9 out of 10. He is fast. It's mainly due to how tall he is, but he is quite fast. He's not a 10 out of 10 in that area though. Shooting, a 9 out of 10. As I said, this would have been a 10 even with his composure being low. We usually finish off his chances quite well. The only thing I'll say is sometimes on his left foot he has this thing where it kind of like p-rolls. Like, he doesn't hit it clean, even if it's just like a normal finesse shot. Even the goalie saw it kind of p-rolled in the net. He still scores them, but just be aware of that. Dribbling, 8 out of 10. Now, the reason why this wasn't a 9 was just based off that that first touch at times. It's just a little bit heavy, but overall his dribbling is quite good. It's not as good as like a smaller player like a Hazard or whatever, but still quite good. And he only has 3-star skills, I think. Strength at 8.5 out of 10. He is very strong. Really strong. I wouldn't say he's like Ibra strong, but he usually holds off icons pretty well. He came up against Rio, and he came up against, you know, the Varans and whoever else, and he was fine. He was really fine. He held them off really well. Like, the one thing I look for when I'm using a player like this who has high strength, if I can get my opposing player to literally drag their centre back so far out of position because that striker or that player is pissing them off with their strength, that's when you know that person or that player that I'm reviewing is absolutely class in terms of strength. And his passing was an 8 out of 10. Now, I wouldn't give him a 9. Like, his passes aren't they're nothing amazing, and he gets his passes off. Like, he's how would I describe it in the best way? His passes, he does everything right. He doesn't do anything like out of the normal, but he doesn't do anything amazing. Like, he doesn't swerve his passes. He doesn't split the defense. Like, there's a few times where he's actually done that, but it's when it's like a 2-on-1 and he just sends it out wide when you wouldn't expect him to. But an 8 out of 10 in that. And overall, lads, he is FUT chance ready, and he's 100% worth it. Like, for how cheap he is, I'm surprised I haven't seen more people get him. Now, that being said, they could have him on the bench, but for 40k, lads, get this lad. He is absolutely class. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this review. I will try my best to get the loan icons done, lads. It's just I'm kind of gone off. Well, not gone off playing FIFA. It's just like I'm barely playing weekend league at the moment, and I'm not playing during the week because the game is just bad. I'm more into Black Ops at the moment, and I'll try to get as many reviews as I can done. There might be a change in terms of streaming now if I get a job, because it's going to be quite hard to stream over the weekends. But if I can stream over the weekends, I'll upload my weekend league and any other reviews that we have during the week. Anyway, lads, that's the end of this review for now. Can't even speak. I'll keep you updated on what's going on in terms of reviews. I know I haven't really been uploading, but anyway, cheers for watching.